first. And he said, well, we need them to be wearing level 3 retention holsters. And I'm like, are you trying to get our CHL holders killed? You have to know what a level 3 is. I mean, you're talking a couple of moves to have to get your weapon out. That's a no bueno. I get why law enforcement does it. Law enforcement is chasing bad guys and tackling them to the ground. CHL holders are running from bad guys and shooting to get away. Huge difference. Right? Law enforcement is going out there and they're putting their hands on bad guys and they're wrestling them to the ground. I absolutely agree that if their department wants them to have a retention holster, great. The sheriffs don't usually carry one. They're usually carrying their 1911s in a nice leather holster. Right? So I was debating the assistant chief of police in Houston, and I won the debate. No way were we going to have any type of retention requirements in the law, and here's why. Number one, a level 3 holster could get a normal CHL holder killed. It takes a little bit to get it out. I'm wearing a level 3 right now, but it's only in level 2 retention. The only time I put it into level 3 is when I'm in an unknown place and it's crowded, and there's a lot of people around me, and I can't maintain my space, then I'll roll my hood up. This is pretty much the holster I carry most of the time unless I have to dress nice or wear a jacket, and then I'll put this holster on right here. The other reason is, ladies, y'all were going to be seriously out of luck because most of y'all carry either compacts or subcompacts. Good luck trying to get a level 3 retention for one of those guns. Can't do it. Okay? They just don't make them. You would have really, and you would, even some full-size guns. If you have an F&X, they're hard to get holsters for. Some of the CZs are hard to get holsters for. The Beretta is actually a little difficult to get a level 3 retention holster for. So it just was not good for us, and so we got it squashed and no retention requirements. But knock, knock. Everybody see the guy knocking here and pointing? While there are no retention requirements in the law, we should be aware of good retention practices regardless. And let me say this out loud. It doesn't matter whether you open carry or conceal carry. You should be aware of good retention practices. So now I'm going to pick on the ladies a little bit. Ladies, where do you carry? That is absolutely the worst possible place in the world to carry a gun. It is. Purse carry is the absolute worst possible place that you can carry. Why? Purse snatch. I mean, first of all, your purse makes you a target anyway. The fact you're a lady makes you another reason you're a target, right? With that being said, ladies, this bill was also designed to help you. One of the bullet points that I had in my presentation to the legislature was, under current law, it was very, very difficult for ladies to conceal on their person. Why? Because your body shape and your clothes fit just did not allow for it. That's a fact. Now, with the new law, you have much more flexibility, and even if you want to conceal carry, you can do it on your body and not worry about if it slides up or not worry about if somebody can maybe see your printing or whatever. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Now you have more options. Okay? But if you're insistent on carrying in a purse, and sometimes you have to, right? You wear a dress, you know, it gets a little tricky on where you can hide a gun when you're wearing a dress. All right? If you're going to carry in a purse, make sure you get an actual concealed carry purse, please. It's going to have its own pouch. Nothing else goes in there with the gun, just the gun. Okay? And it needs to be in a holster in the purse. Don't just stick it in the purse. Make sure it has to be in a holster. It needs to be. It needs to be. The next thing you need is you need one that has the long straps. Not the short strap purse that you just carry on your shoulder. You need it to go over your neck and hang down this way. Why? Now they're not going to come up and snatch it from you. Second thing is, when you're in Walmart or you're grocery shopping or wherever, you can set it in the buggy. You can take those long straps and you tie it in a knot. Now nobody can come and take your purse, okay? That's free, I don't charge for it. Good retention practices, and again, it doesn't matter if you open or you can conceal carry, it applies. First and foremost, situational awareness. How many of you know the colors of awareness? You should learn them. Get out of white. White is oblivious to what is going on around you. So the opposition to open carry said, well, you're going to become a target, somebody's going to come up and take your gun. Trust me when I tell you, they're not taking my gun. Not out of my holster. Not going to happen. Why? Because I am extremely aware of what goes on around me. They're not going to get close enough to do it. Most people walking out of Walmart doing this. That's in white. You need to be in yellow all the time unless you're at home. And yellow means you're paying attention, looking for something out of place around you. You're looking to see if someone's looking at you so that you can make eye contact with them and they see that you see them. Right? You need to be aware of what's going on around you. Body position. So when I go stand in line at, let's say, Walmart, and this actually happened to me, it's pretty cool that I get to tell this story. I'm standing in line at Walmart and I always turn my body away from the person that's behind me. So if somebody's behind me, I turn this way. That's just the way it goes. I like keeping a little space there. Whether I'm open or concealed carry, doesn't matter. So we were standing at Walmart one time after open carry passed, and I had an air compressor on a cart, and this guy come up and he stood behind me. And of course, I saw him immediately, so I just kind of turned sideways like I normally do. Well, the very next thing I noticed is he had nothing in his hands. I'm like, standing in line at a checkout, and you have nothing in your hands. I got her attention, and I said, something's wrong. Well, it ended up being a Walmart employee watching me, but that's neither here nor there. I thought that was kind of ironic. So, I was tense. I was like, this guy's standing in line, he ain't got none in his hands, this ain't right, you know. I moved my wife back behind me so she could be my backup, because she carrying it too. Right? I'm like, so we ended up paying, and I went to go do something, and he went and started bagging somebody's stuff. And I'm like, first of all, foolish on his part, but it just goes to show you need to be aware. How many people would even have realized they had a guy come up and stand in line that didn't have none in his hands? And then you need to have a good holster. Very, very important. Whether you open or conceal carry, you need a good holster. You cannot get a good holster at Walmart, people. Negative. Can't do it. A good holster is going to cost you somewhere between $50 and $100. Academy, I think, now sells Galcos, I think. So I used to say the same thing about Academy, but they upped their game a little bit. You can get one there. How many of you carry 1911s besides our sheriffs in here? Okay? Admit it, you carry it because it's sexy. Right? Make sure you get you a good custom leather holster to fit that gun. Why? Why are we talking about holsters? Well, if you're ladies, if you're with your kids or your grandkids and you're in Walmart and somebody starts shooting, what are you going to do? You're going to run. You're going to get your kids and you're going to be bombing those somewhere. What don't you want to happen? You want your gun falling out, your last line of defense. Guys, if you're in Academy and somebody starts shooting, what are you going to do? Admit it. Run. Okay? You're going to dive for cover. Maybe you engage. What don't you want to happen? You don't want to lose it. Okay? Good holster. Good retention practice is very, very important. All right, so important definition that we're going to give you now because it's going to become